Living in the 904, Northeast Florida's local real estate radio show, where we talk about the real estate market and the home buying and selling process, as well as what's going on in the 904. We like to share about local events, talk to local business owners. And today we have the opportunity to talk to one of my very good friends, Jennifer Leggett of Lindsey Pest Control. Jennifer, thanks for being with us today.
Glad to be here.
Morning.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I've known Jennifer for many years now, and she does service at my personal house. She's helped with many of my customers, and we've gotten to know each other very well over time. And she's a gem to the city. Her and her husband, they really know their stuff, and I've never seen anybody more passionate about pest control. Her husband is literally in the Pest Control Hall of Fame. I'm not joking. She could talk about that.
He still doesn't believe that.
Yeah, but first and foremost, Jennifer, what's up with these murder hornets? Did you hear about the murder hornets, Mo?
As the world is recovering from COVID-19 and we thought it was safe to go back outside, oh no, now we have the murder hornet.
Oh boy.
They came up, I believe it was in the fall or the winter. They were actually seen out in the state of Washington, which is all the way on the left coast from us. One was dead, one was alive, and it did escape. And the reason they're called murder hornets, well, first off, these suckers are 2 inches long and they destroy bee nest. That's the biggie. They will get inside of a beehive. Now, if the bees are strong enough and healthy enough, they can fend it off if it's just one. But they are capable of eliminating beehives. The fact that it's a 2-inch long hornet, that's rather disturbing to me. There are none in Florida. Yeah, that's a big insect to be coming after you. They are capable of inflicting stings and killing people. But we already have stuff that does that here. We have, if you get enough stings from a honeybee, either a European honeybee or an Africanized bee, those can kill.
Yeah, what was the movie with Macaulay Culkin? He got stung by bees and died in it. It was like a kid movie.
Oh yeah, see that's bad news. But we have all these vicious insects, and of course you guys know what the most dangerous insect in the world is?
What is it?
The mosquito.
Yeah.
Really?
And what do we have here all the time? Oh yeah, because of malaria and dengue fever and all these nasty, disgusting illnesses that they spread. But no, we have a murder hornet. And we giggle because it's something that has come into another state. Normally things come through Texas or Florida, and other states look at us to see how we're going to deal with it. But our Department of Ag is watching closely for it. And the beekeepers are the front line because they're going to let us know if they ever make it to Jacksonville. But yeah, murder hornets, as if we didn't have enough to worry about.
Wow. That's pretty scary.
That's crazy. I think Len's my youngest son was just, I've heard it. I didn't hear it. It was called an Asian giant hornet. It was brought to my attention from my son, but he showed me this video of this hornet taking down, it was a snake, went, attacked it, killed it. And I was like, oh my God. And he did a whole research thing on it, but it said it's like getting stung. It would be like getting stung with a hot nail. Is what it would feel like if it stings you. And I was like, just the visual and the thought of that was painful.
But, and if you, there is a video, there's some gentleman that I'd never heard of before that goes around the world and gets stung by these exotic insects. And he has been stung by the murder hornet, and he screamed and hollered, his arm swelled up. And then he said that the next time he's going to get stung by the assassin wasp. And I'm like, where is he finding these things? And I hope he keeps them wherever he locates them. But back to the mouse, there's also a video of hornet versus mouse. And the mouse doesn't do so well. Because actually a mouse and that hornet would be about the same size. But the one that I want your son to find and show you is the giant hornet versus praying mantis. And the praying mantis wins. news.
It's coming in hot, fresh off the press.
Tell him to pull it up. Tell him to pull it up, because that praying mantis is one bad motor scooter.
Dennis Hopper Jr. immediately closes the gap, and now closing in on Manson.
Oh, God.
I think it's great. I think it's great to have something different to talk about than, how many people are infected and what is happening and how bad things are. I'm like, oh, this is a complete and total diversion. I just want everybody in Jacksonville to know we have other things to be more worried about than the Asian hornet.
Well,
and also, don't give wasp and hornets a bad name, because everyone has to remember there are pollinators, not only bees, not only butterflies, not only the pretty, beautiful things, but also your solitary wasps. All those guys are all pollinators, and we need them. We need them big time.
So the other day, I wanted you to touch on this. You mentioned about termite swarms. Can you talk about that a little bit and what people should be mindful about termites?
If you come home and you see any type of dead insect, bodies, wings especially, don't vacuum them up. Keep them there or collect them so that someone can ID. We have Formosan subterranean termites, the ones that were big on the news a few years ago when they were attacking, and still are attacking, our homes in the Riverside, Avondale area. They're also in several other places around town. We have some drywoods that are starting to swarm, and we still have our native subterranean termites. There was a swarm of those on the north side just 2 days ago. So we have all three different varieties swarming, and if you have an issue, call your termite control company, have them identify it, and if you need to, reach out and get a second opinion. You want somebody that's going to get those wings and put them under a microscope, because the termites themselves, the bodies of two of them are very similar. We use a key, just like this one, and we follow it. We magnify the veins that are on the leading edge of the wing and look for different characteristics, because you can actually give the wrong treatment strategy if you misidentify the termite.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you get that right. And it's just the last couple of years we've had all of them swarming at the same time.
I'm gonna have to real quick. When you say swarming, like, is that what, they just swarm and they attack one particular house? Are they swarming and they hit different homes and they start? How does that happen?
Well, we'll just do the native subs. You have a colony that once it gets large enough, it produces your secondary swarmers. It produces your secondary, they're called alates, swarmers, and because the colony is large enough, Mother Nature says, okay, let's go infest somewhere else. And with the native subs, the workers have been taking care of these freeloaders for quite some time. So when the weather is right, they literally build an emergence castle, they poke a hole, and they put the swarmers out. And the swarmers they're weak flyers. They don't usually go very far. If they get picked up on wind, that helps to distribute them. But and Mother Nature will send up hundreds so that two will live. Because when these swarmers come out, you've got martins and lizards and frogs and everything else you can think of trying to take them for food. And the termites do their swarm, and they land, and the male follows the female, and they start another colony.
Wow.
And then the queen picks the place, and then the king and the queen take care of that first brood. And then once that first brood's developed, then they start taking care of the king and the queen. And then you have another colony of termites. And all ants
like Game of Thrones.
Well.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. But it's fun. It's Mother Nature. I mean, and boy, she wins. She wins. So.
Okay, Jennifer, I so appreciate you. I see your board behind you with testimonials.
Yeah.
I think I see my chicken scratch kindergarten handwriting on there somewhere. What I wrote about. I'm thankful for you. There it is. But hey, so people are watching this and they are wondering if they have a termite swarm or they had a 2-inch hornet flying around their head and they wanted to reach out to you. What's the best way for them to connect with you guys at Lindsey Pest Control?
Phone is 904-350-9406. And the easiest, best way is our website, Lindsey, L-A-N-D-S-E-Y, pest.com. Through the website, you can email us, you can text, or you can call, or as I told Emily on Instagram yesterday, you can put your request on the back of a giant Asian hornet and send it right on in.